can't stop me now.
What is going on, y'all? You already know what time it is. It is time for the most uncut, unfiltered, and uncensored sports talk show you will find on social media. Now, before we get into today's episode, be sure to click the link in the description of this video and be sure to hit the like, follow, and subscribe button on all forms of social media for No Mercy Sports, whether it is Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, Twitter, the list goes on and on. But I'll tell you what, there's other things that you will see when you click on the link in the description of this video. That is right. You can get the best TV service in the world by only paying a mere $60 every 3 months. And now I'm telling you, it is some of the best because not only do you get every local channel in the country, but you also get all the sports packages. You get free pay-per-views. You get international channels. You get UK channels. You even get Canadian channels, for crying out loud. Now think to yourself, would you rather pay $100+ for so much of what you got going on, or would you rather pay $60 every 3 months? I'm just saying, the facts are there. Aside from that, look, the new year is here. We are 2 weeks into the new year, and I promised myself I was actually going to get into the gym. That actually worked out. Anyways, so like I said, my goal is to get back into the gym. I plan on getting back into the gym, and what better way to start than by hitting up Beachbody. Now, they did switch their name to Body, Bravo, Oscar, Delta, India. It's a bunch of at-home workout programs. You're not going to be disappointed whatsoever. They have everything from beginner to intermediate to advanced. It's the real deal. I'm telling you, all you need is a few feet of space. That's it. It is literally just body weight calisthenics. If you have a pair of dumbbells around your house, that's all it is too. Nothing to it, but these people know what they're talking about. They know what they're doing. You're not going to be disappointed. Be sure to hit up that link. And be sure to use code JamesKBody, BODI, for 15% off your entire purchase. Again, you will not be sorry. Now, as far as apparel goes, be sure to hit the tab that says TrueVictory.com. You will not be sorry. Again, veteran-owned, veteran-operated, and on top of that, they have a lot to choose from. They have t-shirts, they have shorts, they have gym bags, they have accessories, they have patches, stickers. The list goes on and on. Once you have found what you're looking for, be sure to use code NoMercySports15 for 15% off your entire purchase when you get to checkout. Now, without further ado, let's get into the most uncut, unfiltered, and uncensored sports talk show you will find on social media. And at the end of the day, you will know whose game this is, with everybody saying No Mercy Sports. Let's get into it, baby. Oh, how I miss those 4th of July blue aviators from Blender Eyewears. Another place worth checking out. They got a hell of a collection, especially the Prime collection. Man, oh man. But hey, let's get right into it. Look, we are just mere months away from being on the road to the greatest college sports tournament of all time. And that shit is on the horizon. I said what I said, and you're not changing my mind about March Madness being the greatest college sports tournament of all time, unless you're married to someone who really thinks that the College Softball World Series is the greatest sports tournament of all time. Then you're probably shit out of luck. Anyways, so Going into the season, when I saw Purdue ranked above the defending champs Florida, I saw it as disrespect. But now that Florida is out of the rankings, or they're probably back in the bottom portion of the rankings, you know what? It's open season right now for anyone that has their eyes on the prize. With the rankings looking the way that they do, that is Arizona sitting at number 1, Iowa State at number 2, UConn, that's my pick to win the men's tournament, sitting at number 3. Michigan sitting at number 4 after their loss to Wisconsin last weekend. Wow, what an upset. And then you got Purdue sitting at the 5 spot. With the rankings looking the way that they do, who will emerge and be raising the national championship? Now, if you hear a voice in the background, that's my wife providing peanut gallery commentary. But like I said, look, UConn is my pick right now. So long as that they have Dan Hurley, I mean, look, they're third in the nation for a reason. Yes, they have one loss and everything like that. Yes, Arizona and Iowa State are undefeated right now and ahead of them. But, you know, hey, this is the beauty of the March Madness tournament. You never know who is going to end up in a national championship game. I mean, look at FAU just a few years ago. They went 31-3, made it to the national championship game, played San Diego State, and San Diego State would end up winning. But I tell you what, like I said, this is the beauty of the March Madness tournament, baby. We see Cinderella runs. We obviously see 12 seed up. We see the 12 seed upsetting the 5 seed, for crying out loud. You know, you never know what's going to happen in this tournament. It is single game elimination. And look, I mean, for Christ's sake, Oakland of all teams went on a run a few years ago. But like I said, when it comes down to it, we all know that some of the best teams are going to be emerging and moving on to the Sweet 16, the Elite 8, the Final 4, so on and so forth. Like I said, my pick is on UConn to maybe be raising that national championship trophy, so long as that they have Dan Hurley. Why? Because look at the last 3 to 4 years with Dan Hurley as being the UConn head coach. They went back-to-back, and they were on the verge of three-peating. Unfortunately, that didn't happen, but hey, shit happens, you know what I'm saying? In any case, we will see what happens. We are a few short months away from March Madness. You're not going to want to miss it, man. I'm telling you right now. We are a few short months away from baseball season. We're going to get to that in just a bit. Why? Because that part. But also because the Dodgers made a move and they're basically assembling the Avengers at this point and could be on the verge of three-peating. Probably for the first time since the New York Yankees. Yeah, probably since the 90s New York Yankees. We'll see what happens then. But with the men's March Madness tournament on the horizon, we also have the women's March Madness tournament on the horizon. Do not get it twisted. I love this tournament, but I probably like the men's tournament more than I like the women's tournament because you only get a few select games where it's actually close instead of a blowout. Example, the current defending champs being the UConn Huskies have been who would put belt to ass on South Carolina in the championship game. I mean, if you need to look at the score, go and take a look at the score. They won by 30-plus points in that. UConn won by 30-plus points in that game. In any case, with the women's top 5 looking the way that it does right now, I believe it's Vanderbilt, South Carolina, Texas, and UConn. UConn, South Carolina, Vanderbilt, Texas. Somebody's going to be closing out the top 5 spot. In any case, though, who has the best chance to win the women's national championship trophy? Apparently, she's going to be a 2-time national champion. But look, in the fashion that UConn won the tournament last year, look, I'm not putting anything past Gino Auriemma. I really think that we probably see a UConn dominated championship run. But hey, if the women win, good for them. If the men don't, hey, Dan Hurley, bro, you at least can say that you brought UConn into some serious conversations rather than taking the money and running and dealing with a diva like LeBron James. Anyway, that's a conversation for another time. But look, South Carolina, they are national champions in their own right as well. Vanderbilt, they are currently undefeated right now and in the top 5. They, in my opinion, they're clear. God, I'm so excited for the March Madness tournament. I am stuttering right now. But look, Vanderbilt is a clear sleeper team right now. I am not going to put that past anyone. If you think otherwise, then you probably think that the Titans should go out and bring in Jason Garrett as their fucking head coach. I said what I said. Because the Titans should definitely not bring in Jason Garrett as their head coach. Let's be real about that. But, look, it's the top 5 teams in women's college basketball, and then it is literally everybody else. I mean, for crying out loud, Notre Dame isn't even ranked, and they're usually dominant. They're usually almost on the level of UConn when it comes to playing college basketball. Women's college basketball, I should say. But yeah, at the end of the day, look, I really could see either UConn or South Carolina raising that trophy at the end of the March Madness tournament. That's my predictions. We'll see what happens when the tournament bracket comes out. It's going to be a good one. It's going to be a fun one. And I, for one, cannot wait for when it happens. But look, we're going to veer away from college basketball right quick, and we're going to be discussing some college football. Why? Because next Monday, the national championship game between Miami and Indiana. And look, I had a drunk night one night, and the way that Miami won and Indiana was putting belt to ass on Oregon, I said, hey, fuck it. Give me Indiana and Miami in the national championship game. On top of that, this is Kurt Cignetti's second year as the Indiana head coach. I mean, we're looking at a Big Ten version of Alabama, for crying out loud, which is ironic because in a way the colors do match up. Seriously, Google it. In a way the colors do match up. And on top of that, Cignetti is literally doing his best Saban impression on the sidelines. Just after the pick 6 Indiana had against Oregon, in a way, that game was over before it even started. 10 seconds into that game, Indiana got a pick 6. And they put their foot on the gas pedal, and they did not look back. They went duck hunting that game. But look, I'm all for the NIL portal and everything like that, and players going to schools to make teams better. But if they're staying in school longer than Van freaking Wilder, if you know, you know, because that is some elite ball knowledge if I've ever heard it, then they might as well be going to school for a doctorate or to be a lawyer, not a Team NFL fucking player. In any case, though, should college football players be given a limit of how many years they can play football, even with the transfer portal? Fuck yes! Hell yeah, they should be given a limit. Like, bro, you go to school for 4 years. If you want to come back for a 5th year being a super senior, then yeah, I'm all for it. Don't be a fucking Utah quarterback who's basically been in college for 10 years. Like, bro, either get a doctorate, be a lawyer, or go get something. Enter the goddamn draft. You're not Brandon fucking Whedon, for Christ's sake. And then, look, I respect what Carson Beck has been doing since he's played college football for Georgia. He's a multi-time national champion. And obviously, he went down to Miami for personal reasons. But look, the combination between him and Mario Cristobal, it speaks volumes. Miami is back in the national championship for the first time since 2002. But dude, you have been playing college football for 7 fucking years. If you can't win a national championship, at least have a plan B to fall back on. At least be doing something. Go to school for a fucking degree, for crying out loud. Go to school for something. Don't just go to school to play college football for basically your entire life. Next thing you know, you're on the field and the commentators are like, oh, here comes 50-year-old Carson Beck for Miami or whatever team he's going to be playing for because of the NIL transfer portal. Oh, boy. It's insane. I mean, look, I guarantee you, if Fernando Mendoza has been playing college football for a while, that's fine. He's been running under the radar. Yeah, I'm pretty sure Michael Penix Jr. has been playing college football for a while. Again, flew under the radar and finally got his name put out there when he was playing for Washington and got them to the Final Four of the college football playoffs last year. Or 2 years. Or no, he got them to the national championship against Michigan. Yeah, 2-3 years ago, give or take. But I mean, look, I get it. You want to be going to teams where you can put your name out there, raise your draft stock and everything like that. But at the same time, if you're going for more than 5 fucking years, you need to do something, for crying out loud. I'm pretty sure Diego Pavia, look, he went to New Mexico State and everything like that. Oh, wait, hang on. Chris is probably going to be on my ass because I mentioned Diego Pavia when the last time he mentioned him was January of last year. But look, I got nothing but nice things to say about Diego Pavia. Because look, he went to New Mexico State. I'm pretty sure he basically took the same route that Cam Newton did. Played at like a community college or something like that. And then got a shot at New Mexico State, where the head coach and him would also go to Vanderbilt. Then on top of that, the first year they go to Vanderbilt, 500. I was not expecting a 500 season for Vanderbilt. This year, a 10-2 season, and on top of that, going into one of their games, they were undefeated for the first time in 80 years. I wasn't even a thought in my dad's head around for that amount of time. And I'm being honest when I say that. But look, if your main thing of being a college football player is to just be like, well, couldn't win a national championship with this game, so let me go, or with this team, so let me go to another team, get millions of dollars to play with them, and still be playing college football. Like, no, I'm sorry, I would be, if I found out how many years you've been playing college football, I would be that coach. Like, no, either go somewhere else or go into the fucking draft. Like, you can make so much more money there. Jesus Christ. It is not that hard. It really fucking isn't. Like, it's not that fucking hard, guys. Play your time, do your time, play your time. If you don't win a national championship, boo. Boo. Oh my God, you don't win a national championship. At least going to the NFL draft, odds are one of the shitty teams are going to get you. Are you going to go from a winning team in college to a shitty team in the NFL? Yeah, but at least you can say you made it to the fucking NFL. For Christ's sake, people. But let's move on from that. Why? Because the national championship is next Monday, and I, for one, cannot wait and see what happens between Indiana and Miami. I mean, look, at first I was against Miami being in the college football playoffs. Look, I'm a Notre Dame fan. I'm willing to admit it, but I'm not. And I was saying, like, yo, Miami shouldn't be in the college football playoffs because they lost to two unranked teams. Y'all can bitch about that in the comments all you want, but I stand firm on what I said. But once I saw what the two G5 schools were doing in the college football playoffs, being Tulane and JMU, hell no. Oh, I switched up real fucking quick. Like, no. JMU and fucking Tulane had no business being in the college football playoffs. But they won their conference. Good for them. You want to know what happened? Tulane got the shit kicked out of them against Ole Miss, and then for JMU, the game was basically over by fucking halftime. You want to know what happened after halftime? Oregon gave up, and they still won by 20 points. The fuck out of here. They had no bit. I trust fucking Vanderbilt in the college football playoffs. But speaking of which, right now the national championship is going to be held at the Hard Rock Cafe Stadium in Miami, which is kind of ironic when you think about it. But hey, I will say this: there truly is nothing like college football, and you can't change my mind on that. Call it crazy talk or whatever, but I straight up said after working from noon to close or whatever, went home, had some drinks, watched some of the games, and I was blown away by what I was seeing in some of these major bowl games between, Ole Miss and Georgia, Indiana and Alabama, Miami and Ohio State. Like, I mean, it was just absolutely insane. And now that we got Miami versus Indiana in the college football playoff or in the national championship game, I straight up said, give me Indiana versus Miami on a whim, right? On a whim. Not even bullshitting when I say that. Anyways, this Monday, the national championship is set at wow. Probably should have looked at the typing I did. In any case, this Monday, the national championship is set to take place in Miami. The two teams being Indiana and the Miami Hurricanes. Can the Miami Hurricanes win their first national championship since 2001 with home field advantage? I mean, look, honestly, I like Miami. I like what they've been doing. I like the kind of ball that they've been playing. Not the kind of ball that they were playing against SMU or Louisville. But it really all depends on what version of Carson Beck is going to be showing up. It really all depends on how much film studying Mario Cristobal has been doing on the games that Indiana has been playing. And I'll tell you what, it really all depends on if Miami comes out motivated to play. Because I'll tell you one thing, Indiana's definitely going to be coming out motivated to play. Why? Because they have their own version of Nick Saban. And on top of that, they have potentially the first overall pick in this year's NFL draft being Fernando Mendoza. Look, I got all the respect in the world for this kid. But at the same time, like, yo, you got a dude that's every interview. I'm not mocking this kid, all right? I'm not mocking this kid whatsoever because I really feel like everybody should be doing this in a post-game interview. Be thanking God where you are, be thanking the Almighty Jesus Christ, for giving you the power to do all this. First, side note, quick shout out to the 63 people that are tuning in right now. I salute y'all. Thank you so much. Holy shit, we climbed up to 64. Let's get to 100 tonight, baby. Let's fucking do it. In any case, when you got a player that is giving thanks to the Almighty God and Jesus Christ, that is That is a player you don't want to be messing with. On top of that, if you've looked at Curt Cignetti on the sideline during the entirety of this college football playoff, look at him during the game against Indiana versus Alabama. This dude was not satisfied because Indiana beat Alabama 38-3. This dude was not satisfied with that kind of win. He was looking for a 70-plus point win against Alabama. And that is some scary shit if you ask me. All right, I apologize for my cat interrupting that. But yeah, I mean, look, I like Miami. I like what they've been doing since they came into the college football playoffs and everything like that. But I mean, the role that Indiana has been on right now, I'm honestly going to have to take Indiana in this game. I'm taking Indiana by double fucking digits. Look, again, Miami, love what you've been doing, but there's no way you're beating Curt Cignetti in this Indiana team. Mind you, by the way, Indiana has 0 5-star players on that team. He is doing this with 4-star players and less. Keep that in mind. But like I said, I'm going with Indiana in this game by double digits. I mean, I'm hoping for a good game, but at the same time, in a way, I'm kind of expecting a game the same way that it was Georgia versus TCU. But TCU deserved to be there because they earned it. Okay. Look how well that turned out. In any case, though, we're going to take our first commercial break, and we will be right back in just a bit. We're going to talk some NFL. We're going to talk some baseball. Why? Because we are on the verge of baseball season. We are a mere few months away from watching football to sitting on our couch, watching a baseball game because, hey, in a certain way, there's nothing better, and screaming at the TV, what the fuck are you looking at? I said what I said. But until then, we will be right back in just a minute.
To hate Andrew Anderson, spitting truth that just can't wait. Got a podcast like a punch right to your face. College sports villain taking it over the place. I bring the facts whether you like it or not. Dropping truth bombs, giving it all I got. They call me a villain. Well, I wear that badge with pride. Nothing but secrets they try to hide. You love to hate Andrew Anderson, spitting truth that just can't wait. Got a podcast like a punch right to your face. College sports villain taking it over the place. I bring the facts whether you like it or not. Drop dropping truth bombs, giving it all I got. They call me a villain. Well, I wear that badge with pride. Nothing but secrets they try to hide. Hard rock in my veins, rebellious to the core. I won't back down, won't take it anymore. The bad guy of the podcast world, that's me, unleashing the truth. I'm a bad guy, the one you love to hate. Andrew Anderson, spitting truth that just can't wait. Got a podcast, like a punch right to your face. College sports villain, taking it over like me. I bring the facts whether you like it or not. Dropping truth bombs, giving it all I got. They call me a villain. Well, I wear that badge with pride. Nothing but secrets they try to hide. Hard rock in my veins, rebellious to the core. I won't back down, won't take it anymore. The bad guy of the podcast world, that's me, unleashing the truth, setting it all free.
can stop me now.
Welcome back, baby. All right, now we're going to get into some football and baseball talk real quick, but But first we're gonna recap some of the things that we just discussed. We got somebody waiting backstage. Here he is.
I'm a bad guy, the one you love to hate. Andrew Anderson, spitting truth that just can't wait. Got a podcast, like a punch right to your face. College sports villain, taking it over the place. I bring the facts whether you like it or not. Dropping truth bombs, giving it all I got. They call me a villain, well, I wear that badge with pride. Nothing but secrets they try to hide. Hard rock in my veins, rebellious to the core. I won't back down, won't take it anymore. The bad guy of the podcast world, that's me. Unleashing the truth, setting it all free. Unleashing the truth.
Mr. Anderson, what it do, baby? How you doing?
Good. I know you missed last night's show because you had to work, but I actually have a new intro.
Okay.
I haven't deleted the other one yet because I haven't perfected the new one yet. So I got to clip it better.
Yeah, I mean, look, I'm so used to using that intro for so long, but hey, man, if you got one lined up, I'm all for it. Before we get into a quick recap, big shout out to the 81 people that are tuning in right now. Thank y'all so much. All right, so like I said, the road to the greatest college sports tournament of all time is on the horizon. March Madness is upon us, and man, oh man, is it going to be a good one this year. Going as far as the season goes moving forward, with the top five looking the way that it does for both men and women, for the men and women, who do you see raising the national championship trophy at the end of the March Madness tournament?
All right. So with the men's, Michigan, I believe, is the best team in basketball. Every team's going to lose a game, so don't take that loss to heart right now. Michigan out there busting up top 10 teams by 20 points plus early in the season. My money is on Michigan for the men. Arizona, obviously, number one team in the country, undefeated. But for me, man, yeah, I think Michigan's going to win it all. When they're hot, I mean, they beat up the number 3 team by 26 points. Like it's just outrageous how good they can be.
It really is, yeah. I mean, look, they lost a real close game to Wisconsin this past weekend. But yeah, I'm not putting anything past them moving forward. There's a reason that Michigan is still in the top 5 rankings right now, but I mean, the way that it looks, we'll see what happens when the tournament rolls around. I mean, far be it from me to say, you know what, it wouldn't be crazy talk if we saw like Michigan or UConn in the national championship matchup.
Yeah, Michigan and UConn national championship just gives me nostalgia from when I was a kid, like Chris Webber and all them.
Oh, the Fab Five. Oh my! I saw that documentary on the ESPN app. If you haven't seen it, to everyone that's tuning in, if you haven't seen the Fab Five Michigan 30 for 30, I highly recommend it. It is so fucking good.
So I watched it. I lived it. I lived that tournament. I was alive. I was watching it. It was really cool stuff. And if we're talking about the women's, I want all the smoke. Dawn Staley and South Carolina win this game. Win this tournament. So what's up, Nick?
Wow, Texas is the best team in
Nick's a big Texas fan.
it clearly shows with a comment like this.
But give me South Carolina to win the women's. UConn got away with one last year. We got Chloe Kitts coming back. We got that girl from France that's about to come in, and we already beat Texas without either of them pieces in place. Give me South Carolina.
That's a good one. I mean, look, I said it earlier. I got it coming down to either UConn or South Carolina. Both teams have great coaches in their own right. UConn obviously has Gino Auriemma. South Carolina obviously has Dawn Staley. The sky's the limit with both teams right now.
For sure. No doubt. Gonna be a good final. It's gonna be a good tournament in both of them.
Mm-hmm. Oh, I 100% agree. But let's move on from college basketball to some college football. Now, look, I'm all for the NIL transfer portal and everything like that. Players going to schools to make the teams better. But if they're staying in school longer than Van freaking Wilder, then they might as well be going to school for a doctorate or to be a lawyer, not a fucking Teamo NFL player. You know, who was it? Who's that Utah quarterback? Cam Rising?
Yeah.
Like, and then on top of that, it was also mentioned during one of the Miami games that Carson Beck is on his 7th year right now. Like, either go to the NFL draft or fall back on what you were going to school for.
Well, it's you know, so the NCAA won a ruling this year saying that you can't get an extra year and all that. So I think things are about to go back to normal. They won that in court. But what you're seeing, like Indiana, the average age of the player of Indiana is older than the average player age of the Green Bay Packers. So that's a problem, you know. And we're looking like, man, how's Indiana winning when they don't have all these 4 and 5 stars? Well, the answer is they're NFL players. Their bodies have developed more. They're faster, stronger. I mean, they're essentially out there running with the NFL team with NFL age players. That's what you're seeing. That's why Indiana's so good. It's ridiculous, and it needs to come back to 18 to 24. There needs to be an age cap on it.
I mean, one of the things I said about on this topic was like, yo, if you feel like you couldn't do anything in the 4 years and you want to come back, you know, do the super senior year, I'm completely fine with that. But if you're going beyond that, my guy, at this point, you might as well accept the fact that you're probably going to go to the Cleveland Browns. You're probably going to go to the Las Vegas Raiders. You're going to be going to a losing fucking team because, in a way, you've been so used to winning for so long. You got to embrace the suck.
Well, Indiana will be back to sucking soon enough.
Mm-hmm. So, yeah, we will see what happens.
Yeah, they want to change it from 4 to 9 games. That's crazy. Hell, just the whole season redshirt.
Yeah, no, for sure. Yeah, honestly, I didn't even know that. The only thing I knew was Indiana was filled with a team of 4-star recruits and less, and it was like, how the fuck is Kurt Signetti doing this?
Everybody's old.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean, like, people say that, but an 18-year-old's body is not as big as a 24-year-old's body can get. That's just the way age goes.
Yeah, absolutely. No, I 100% agree.
That's what you're saying.
Oh yeah, but right now, this coming Monday, the national championship is on the horizon, and call it what you will, but during one of the bowl games, just out on a whim, I was like, you know what? We got so much chaos going on in the college football playoffs. Give me Indiana versus Miami. Well, wish fucking granted. Indiana is set to battle the Miami Hurricanes, and right now, it's not looking good for Indiana because Miami has home field advantage and their first national championship appearance since 2002. Could Miami walk away with the championship for the first time since 2001?
Tell him to be quiet. I've got Miami winning this game. I'm going to be honest with you. Their defense and what they did to Ohio State, beating Ohio State by 10. Let's not forget Indiana needed Ohio State to miss a 27-yard field goal to win. Iowa kept them to 20 points. And I'm telling you right now, Miami's defense is better than Iowa's. So I'm looking for Miami to I'm looking for Miami to keep keep the score low. On that side, and I mean, Miami's going to put up 24 points. I mean, they do that consistently no matter who they play. I think Miami wins this game 27-24.
Don't let Emily see that.
Bama's a poverty school. It's just a comment. We didn't say that.
Yeah, no, we're not 100% believing that.
Cool.
Don't put a spell on us, Bette Midler. Love you, Emily.
Uh-huh.
I was gonna say the same fucking reaction my wife gives me. Babe, love you. Sure you do. But honestly, I really think that Indiana walks away with the championship. The way that Kurt Cignetti has been coaching this team, you got Heisman Trophy winner Fernando Mendoza looking good. And honestly, again, I'm not knocking this in any way, shape, or form. But when you got a quarterback or just college football player in general, doing post-game interviews like, hey, first off, I want to give thanks to glory, the Almighty God, and His Son, Jesus Christ. That is a very dangerous player not to be messed with.
Right.
So, but just in a way, the season that Indiana has been having, I'm going to have to go with the Hoosiers on this one.
All right. I think it's going to be a good game. I just Miami from week 3 to week 9, man. If that team shows up, they win.
Yeah, no, I 100% agree. But hang on, let's get into some NFL talk now. In the case of the Philadelphia Eagles being the defending Super Bowl champs, the Eagles, you are not the defending champs. That was a reference that was set up on its own.
Well, they are not the defending national world champions, but they are the current world champions.
That they are. But look, I will say this. The Eagles had everything going for them. Avenging their Super Bowl loss to the Chiefs with a roster so stacked they were destined to go back-to-back. And if that wasn't crazy enough, they went up against an injury-ridden Niners team in a game they most definitely should have won. Was the Super Bowl win against the Chiefs a bigger one-hit wonder than their win against the Patriots?
No, man. I mean, the Eagles won a lot of games the last few years. I mean, sometimes you just lose games. San Francisco's a really good team. I mean, I told you at the beginning of the playoffs that San Francisco's the team I had coming out of the NFC, and I'm still sticking with that at the current time. I just think that they ran into a team that was better than them on that day.
Yeah. No, I mean, I'm not knocking anything you're saying. I'm just saying the way that the Niners were looking with their roster, like they had a whole bunch of injuries on that roster, and Eagles should have capitalized. I mean, for crying out loud, on social media, I saw a 10-year-old with one of the most realist takes I've ever seen in my life. He goes, AJ Brown, you need to kick rocks. You're complaining to the coach that you need more catches. The second that a catch comes to you, you drop it. Kevin Petula, you can go flip burgers at me. Like, this is a 10-year-old kid. Those were his exact words.
People get emotional over their sports teams.
They do. Look, I'm all for that, but I mean, the crazy thing was later that day, the Eagles would end up firing their offensive coordinator, Kevin Petula. I'm like, yo, whenever this kid's birthday is, or whenever the next time to give presents to this kid is, this kid should be asking for podcast equipment, because he hit the nail on the head. And I couldn't knock him, because it was like, yeah, that's exactly how the game went.
It is.
So, but I mean, look, from one NFC team to another. Speaking of insane turnarounds. I mean, I said going into the season, Caleb Williams has no excuses whatsoever. The Bears would then proceed to invest in an offensive line, bring in a new head coach from the Lions of all teams. And since then, the Bears would go 11-6, win the NFC North, and get the 2 seed in the NFC playoff. On top of that, as soon as the playoffs started, they would erase an 18-point deficit. Jellybean, shut up! Anyways, the Bears would erase an 18-point deficit against their rival team, being the Packers. Are the Chicago Bears back after their comeback win against the Packers last week?
I just want to say, I told you before at the beginning of the last season that Caleb Williams was that dude. There's no doubt in my mind, man. That guy plays lights out. But the fairy tale ends this week. The Rams are going to win this game. The Rams are a really, really good football team. The West, man, what a division the NFC West was this year and still is. Like, they're still going.
Yeah.
Literally
all 3 teams are going into the divisional round this year.
Yes, and that's unprecedented. You do not see that very often. They're very good, and the Bears, as good as they are, the Rams are better.
We're going to get to them in just a bit, Christina.
I think the Rams win this game 31-20.
Ooh, okay. Well, I mean, honestly, I'm on a high after going undefeated last week. Like, wow.
Yeah, that ain't going to happen again.
We shall see. I mean, the one thing that the Bears can't afford is to go down 18 points again. I think Ben Johnson and Caleb Williams are studying some of the Rams game footage against the Carolina Panthers. Mind you, the Rams barely escaped with a win against the Panthers, 34-31. Probably would have been a different story. Not in like a good way if the Bucs actually made the playoffs, but the fact that the Panthers hung in there against the Rams of all teams, like a bunch of rookies and some seasoned vets going up against Matthew Stafford, Puka Nacua, and Devontae Adams.
Terry.
That was a hell of a game. But right now, the LA Rams have nothing to be thrilled about. They're going up against a very tough team. I honestly think Chicago will take this game. But, hey, what it do, Terry? But speaking of crazy turnarounds, let's talk about the New England Patriots. They must have the craziest one-year turnaround I've ever seen for an NFL team. Last year, the Patriots would go 4-13 under first-year head coach Gerard Mayo. During the offseason, they would fire Mayo and bring in Mike Vrabel. Since then, the Pats went 14-3, won the AFC East, and secured the 2 seed in the AFC playoffs. Can the Patriots make a serious playoff run after their win against the Chargers?
Yeah, I said the Patriots beat the Texans. What you saw the Patriots do in the offseason, besides Mike Vrabel, which was obviously the right call, they invested in their offensive line. Which,
very good. Bringing in Will Campbell of all people too.
Correct. Which boosted the running game. And when you can run the ball, they have to respect the run. And then you've got an elite quarterback like Drake May. He's out there chunking them. That's the secret to success. Their defense was fine last year. They just couldn't score. But they found a way to make that happen this year. Well, that's very dangerous. Patriots beat the Texans. I think they beat them soundly. I think we're looking at something like a 30-20, 30-17 type game, something like that.
I honestly could see that as well. The Texans really do have a good offense. They got a solid defense and everything like that. On top of that, you also look at what the Patriots have to offer for offense. They do have veterans, Stephon Diggs. They got Kayshon Boutte, who is vastly underrated in my opinion. And when Stephon Diggs isn't there, Booty is able to step up, which it's hard to keep a straight face mentioning that dude's name. But in the backfield, you got Ramondre Stevenson, you got Travion Henderson, and then obviously you got the big man up front being Will Campbell, who literally said he is willing to go to war and die to protect his quarterback. Yeah. That is a scary dude.
I mean, you pay me about $36 million over a course of 3 years, and I'll protect whoever you want me to.
Exactly. I 100% agree. But I'll tell you what, with March Madness being around the corner, we got an all-time classic sport around the corner, Major League Baseball. I cannot wait for this season, but then again, I really can't wait for this season. Why? Because there's a new villain on the block in MLB, and it ain't the Yankees anymore. Since 2020, the Dodgers have won 3 World Series and have basically been signing players on the level equal to the Avengers. Right now, the Dodgers have just won back-to-back World Series championships and are continuing to sign superstars, including signing Kyle Tucker to a 4-year, $240 million contract. As it stands right now, are the Dodgers a bigger villain to MLB than the Yankees have ever been?
You know, it's different. The Yankees were out spending people back then, yeah, for sure, but not like this. Modern sports is really sad. College football with outbidding people, recruiting means nothing. You don't have to recruit commits nobody of anything anymore. It's like, hey, I'll give you $3 million. Baseball, no salary cap, no nothing. Spend anything you want. So you got large markets like LA, Kansas City, and stuff like that. They can't compete. Like it's not. They have 2 players on their team that they pay that will make more than entire baseball rosters this year. And I think it was 8 teams that will not make as much combined as 2 players they're paying on the Dodgers right now. That's a problem for me. The Dodgers, we can call them villains and that's cool, but what it's done is made baseball not fun anymore.
Mm-hmm.
There's no point in watching baseball. Everybody knows the Dodgers are going to win it all. And you can't get excited about your team. I would say they're villains. They're going to kill the sport. Manfred's going to kill the sport.
Yeah.
With the blackouts and no salary cap, he's going to kill the sport. That's what's going to happen, and it's a shame. And the Dodgers, it's a whole trash situation in my opinion.
It really is, and I 100% agree. The fact that it really all started with Pete Rose passing away. Every team had a channel that you could tune into, being the Bally Sports Network and everything like that. But now it's like, oh, we're going to move on from Bally Sports because they can't bring in the kind of revenue that we expected them to bring in. Like, what did you expect? You're giving teams like the Cincinnati Reds, Miami Marlins, so on and so forth. Like, the fuck did you expect? Have you seen some of the crowd attendance for these games? Now you're going to go to fucking FanDuel Sports Network?
Well, I will tell you, Terry does not like your couch for whatever reason. He said.
He's probably talking about this one right here or the futon in the back. It's like the Tootsie Pop. The world may never know.
It may never know. Because you didn't tell us. 91 people, James. Damn.
Yeah, no. Big shout out to the 91 people tuning in. Like, for real.
You the real MVP.
But, dude, I 100% agree with what you said. The Dodgers aren't making baseball fun anymore. They're signing superstars left and right. They had basically a literal nobody give the Dodgers the game-tying home run, and the Dodgers would end up winning that game. How the Blue Jays lost that game is kind of beyond me, because they were an underdog team going into that series.
I mean, once again, it boils down to the old thing. I mean, You can't take North Carolina.
Elite ball knowledge, Terry. Elite ball knowledge.
You can't take North Carolina State and have them go out there and beat the Denver Broncos.
Yeah, no, for sure.
That's what the Dodgers are doing to the rest of the league, and it's crap, and I really just don't care nothing for baseball. Can't watch the Braves. Got to catch 2 games last year at all. I have no desire for Major League Baseball. It's a dead sport, man. It's trash. You can't even watch the team in your own market unless you pay $19.99 and then $12.99. I'm just done with it. Like, I have no love for baseball no more.
Yeah, no, I mean, I'm still going to be tuning in because, like I said, I cover every sport imaginable better than whatever the fuck First Take and fucking FS1 is doing right now. I mean, this sums it up right here. Because it does suck.
I'm done. It does suck for real. Yeah. Anyway, I mean, I might feel a little different if I could watch 30, 40 Braves games a year. I got 2 out of 162 because of the blackout. So tell me how I'm supposed to keep up and watch. Like help me out here. How am I supposed to follow them?
No, I completely agree because, like, yo, I got the ESPN app, and I'm like, oh, bet I'm back in Chicago. I should be able to watch the Blackhawks on ESPN Plus and everything like that. Go into the ESPN app. Oh, blackout because you're there.
Yep.
Are you fucking kidding me?
Yep.
Like, we're literally in the goddamn state. We should be able to watch it.
Couldn't agree more.
Hey, look, say what you will, but Nolan Arenado is a Gold Glove winner at third base. Basically, Nolan Arenado is what Manny Machado wishes he could be if he actually had his temper under control. Oh, wow. Kurt Schilling Diamondbacks throwback. Wow. Was that when they had like the black shirt underneath and the sleeveless gray and white shirt, Terry?
So you're almost right, yes.
Oh, Terry, my guy. We got to bring back the 2000s jerseys. Like, those things were so fucking elite in their own way, shape, or form.
I loved them.
Oh, yeah. But we are going to take our final commercial break. We're going to make predictions for the national championship and the divisional round. We will be right back in just a minute.
The one you love to hate, Andrew Anderson, spitting truth that just can't wait. Got a podcast, like a punch right to you.
All right. Welcome back. We got a lot of stuff happening this weekend. We even got a lot of stuff going on this coming Monday. First things first, let's start with the national championship. The game is being held in the Hard Rock Stadium of Miami Gardens, Florida, where Miami happens to play. Number 10 Miami goes in to their home stadium to take on the number 1 team in the country, being Indiana.
So, So Miami's at home. I think their defense is fine. I think it matches up with Indiana well. I think they get pressure on Mendoza, and I'm calling for the upset right here, right now. Give me Miami 27-24 at home. The U is back.
Hey, I said that in the beginning of the season, and y'all called it crazy talk. But I do like it. This is why you the villain, baby. But
I call it crazy talk in week 3. I had them at number 1 by that point.
That is true. But not so fast, my friend. The way that Indiana has been playing this year, they have been putting straight belt to ass on teams this year. They even put on a 38-3 beatdown on Alabama in the Rose Bowl. Cignetti looks like that type of dude. He looks like Indiana's version of Nick Saban. Right now, Indiana's looking pretty unbeatable. Give me Indiana to raise possibly their first national championship in football history.
I'm gonna pump the brakes right there. Indiana very well could win this game. They're a very, very good team. They beat everybody they played this year, including Ohio State. I mean, like, there's no reason that they shouldn't win this game. However, comparing him to the GOAT Nick Saban, pump your brakes a little bit. Like, he ain't even won a natty yet. Like, Saban got 7.
Very true.
Not go crazy talk yet.
But he is emotionless on the sideline like Nick Saban. That's the only reason I'm comparing him to Nick Saban. That's the only reason. I'm just saying that.
Okay.
We shall see what happens this coming Monday. But for right now, Saturday and Sunday, we got the divisional matchups that y'all are going to want to tune in for. First game up this Saturday, or tomorrow, I should say. We got the Buffalo Bills going into the Mile High Stadium to take on the Denver Broncos.
Man, this the game of the week. I don't care who you are.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody says, "Oh, this is Josh Allen. This is his opportunity." You know, these people aren't in here. Patrick Mahomes not in there. Lamar Jackson's not in there. This is his opportunity. The problem with that is Bo Nix. Like, Bo Nix is that dude, man. So, in all fairness, before the beginning of the last season, I told you and Mac on this show, I was like, Bo Nix is that dude, and Denver's good, and they're going to the playoffs at the beginning of last season. Literally laughed at me, y'all did. And I was like, you misunderstand. Do you not see this guy play? Like he is I was like, okay. But look at him now. Bo Nix is one of the That's exactly right, Terry. He's commented on every single platform. We appreciate that, Terry. But I mean, Bo Nix is that dude, bro. I mean,
he really is. No,
Denver's got that coach and they have that defense. Give me the Denver Broncos in this game.
You know what? You couldn't have hit it any better on the head. Like, it was more of a fact of like, yo, let's see what Sean Payton and Bo Nix can do in their first full season together. Because I think for so long it was Sean Payton and Russell Wilson, and then towards the end of the season, Bo Nix got the start, and it was like, all right, well, the Broncos ain't gonna be doing anything. So now Bo Nix is getting the first full-time start. Let's see what happens. Well, we saw what happened. They got the 1 seed locked up, and now they're welcoming in the Buffalo Bills. Like I said, you couldn't have hit the nail on the head any better than you did. Give me the Denver Broncos, I took the Buffalo Bills in this game. I respect what you're saying right now, but look, This is Josh Allen's time because there's no Patrick Mahomes, there's no Joe Burrow, there's no Lamar Jackson. And hey, if he's got to take out Bo Nix, so be it. Give me the Buffalo Bills in this one.
So I was about to tell you after you said all that, I'm like, no, bro, you picked the Bills. It's on the graphic. But the problem is, and I see what you're saying, this is Josh Allen's time, but Bo Nix is as good as Patrick Mahomes right now.
Oh, yeah.
Give me, man, the Broncos, man. That's that team. Broncos may win it all. Whoever wins this game, I have winning it all. Period.
Oh, yeah. No, honestly, this is going to be a good game.
Yes, they both can lose, Chris.
Yeah. Can they both lose? This is definitely going to be a good game. I honestly cannot wait to see what happens tomorrow. Oh, it's going to be so much fun to watch.
It is.
But all right, so from one seeded team to another one, we got the San Francisco 49ers going into Lumen Field, Seattle to take on the Seahawks.
So this game right here, and I know how you feel about one of the quarterbacks in here, but I don't feel the same. So before I make my pick, look at the counter. Look above your head.
Holy shit. Triple digits, baby.
100 people watching live. Thank you so much. 100 people get to hear me say this. The Bills are not going to win. Neither are the Seahawks.
Ooh.
Sam Darnold is not that dude. You want to talk about overrated? You want to talk about gonna get his comeuppings right now? We're about to show you exactly what Sam Darnold is. That 49ers defense is going to be in his ass that whole game. CMC is going to run at will. 49ers win this game. Go ahead, retort.
You know what? I will fucking retort. I will. And I'll tell you this. The San Francisco 49ers are too injured right now. Fred Warner isn't going to be playing. That's don't have Bosa. You said what?
That's what they said last week about the 49ers, but continue.
They don't have arguably the best edge rusher in the game being Nick Bosa. They barely have an offense going for them right now. But I mean, come on. Like, come on. I was the one dude last week who picked the Niners to beat the Eagles and went undefeated that week. Now look, Sam Darnold has been through a lot since coming into the NFL. Obviously, it wasn't a good look for him because he got drafted.
We're about to see.
We're about to see indeed. Now, obviously, Sam Darnold didn't have a lot going for him because he was drafted to the New York Jets. And the only two dudes I can really think of that were actually set up for success were Mark Sanchez and Joe Namath. Since then, no other quarterback that they have drafted or brought in has been set up for success. Are you kidding me right now? Since then, Sam Darnold has gone on a journey, got his career revitalized when he landed in Minnesota, dealt with a head coach being Kevin O'Connell the same fucking way Baker Mayfield essentially went through the same fucking thing. Now Sam Darnold has a contract. Now he led the Seahawks to the 1 seed in the NFC playoffs. That's crazy. Give me Seattle in this game.
You gonna take the L?
Nah, San Francisco is too injury-ridden right now. The Seahawks, they got Jackson Smith and Jigba. They got Kenneth Walker. They got Zach Charbonnet. The defense is looking pretty good. I cannot fucking wait for Saturday. It's going to be so good.
I mean, they split the season series. Both games were really close. I mean, we said the same thing about the defending Super Bowl champions. The 49ers were too injured to get past that, including me. I said the same thing, except for I think San Francisco is the best team in the NFC. I still believe that. I give me the 49ers.
Oh, I can't
I
wait for tomorrow.
hate them.
I can't wait for tomorrow. It's going to be so much fun. But this is where the real games happen. Why? Because Sunday we got the Houston Texans who beat the Steelers 30-6, going into Gillette Stadium to take on the New England Patriots.
This game's gonna be close.
Mm-hmm.
Now that we're getting our Niners got lucky against the Eagles. Okay, Chris. It was a good game to beat the Eagles, man, on the road in the playoffs. That's massive to me. That shows what San Francisco is. But Texans are going to keep this game close. They're going to keep it within striking distance the entire game. I just think at the end, we're going to see something like a 27-17 type of game, maybe 27-21. But the Patriots will eventually pull away in the end.
No, I completely agree. I'm going with the Patriots as well. I mean, they essentially have their own version of Dan Campbell being Mike Vrabel right now. Their offense looks legit. The defense looks legit as well. I just got an update saying that Christian Gonzalez is cleared concussion protocol, so he will be in the game against the Texans. And in a way, it's going to be somewhat of a defensive battle. But in the end, I think the Patriots find a way to pull it off because that's the Patriot way.
Yeah, no, for sure, man. I agree with you. Patriots all the way.
Yeah. And then finally, this is going to be a cold one. It is going to be 18 degrees in Chicago as the Bears welcome the LA Rams.
Man, the LA Rams are a 4.5-point favorite on the road for a reason. They're a better team than the Bears. I like Caleb Williams. I think Caleb Williams is one of the best quarterbacks in the league. I said it before the beginning of last season. I think the Bears got it right. Fields wasn't that dude, and Caleb Williams is, whether we like it or not, right? I like Caleb Williams personally. But I think this is where it ends for the Bears. The Rams are really, really good. Whoever wins the NFC is coming out of the West. Because after this game, it will just be 2 NFC West teams in the NFC Championship games. But in this game, give me the Rams. Big.
You know what? Last week, I was picking teams on a win. Or on a whim. I literally picked the San Francisco 49ers just because I hate the Philadelphia Eagles. I picked the Chicago Bears just because I don't like the Green Bay Packers. But right now, the formula for Ben Johnson and Caleb Williams has been working somehow. Obviously, it shows because they were able to race an 18-point deficit against the Packers in the wild card. They're 11-6. They're the 2 seed in the NFC. I honestly see this game being a shootout, but in the end, give me the Bears.
That's crazy talk. You could tout the win over the Packers, and that's cool. It was a playoff win against your rival, and you came back to win it, and I'm all for it. I think that was fun playoff football. But the Rams ain't the Packers. The Packers had no business being in the playoffs, man.
I mean, look at the game between the Rams and the fucking Panthers. There's no way it should have been that close.
Nope. And then the Falcons beat the Rams as well. But sometimes that's the way. That's why they say any given Sunday. But now it's real time. And real time, real teams show up. Give me the Rams on the road, big.
Oh, God, I can't wait for this fucking weekend starting tomorrow. It's going to be fun. It's going to be energetic. There's going to be a lot of shit talking in the group chat. Be on the lookout, baby.
Hey, I'll be at work, but I'll definitely be paying attention.
Hell yeah. But, hey, man, I want to thank you for being able to come on, do a quick recap of some of the college sports. Obviously, talk about some of the playoff games that are going to be happening. Hope you enjoy your Friday night and you're able to enjoy the rest of your weekend.
Yeah, for sure, man. I appreciate you letting me on, and I'll be seeing you in the group chat because I'm fitting to play some NCAA.
Hell yeah, dude. That's what's up. Oh. We shall see what happens this fucking weekend. Let's fucking go. I cannot fucking wait. But hey, man, enjoy the rest of your night. Hope you have a good night with the wife and kids.
Thanks, man.
All right, so that wraps up another episode of the most uncut, unfiltered, and uncensored sports talk show you will find on social media. I want to give a big shout out to the 104 people. 104. Are you fucking kidding me? Let's fucking go, baby. Now, not this weekend, but next. I mean, I gotta put my goddamn drink down for this one. But this weekend is going to be action-packed with the divisional round of football games. Next weekend, get ready for the first stream of 2026 for UFC 324. It is going to be an awesome one, and it is going to be a fun one. After that, the literal next week, January 31st, be ready for the second live stream of 2026 being UFC 325. Gonna be fun, gonna be enjoyable. You're not gonna want to miss it. Now, as I always say, going into this weekend, don't add to the population, don't subtract from the population. Don't end up in the hospital, dead, or in jail. If you end up in jail, call somebody whose number you know by heart. Afterwards, be sure to establish dominance quickly. Having said that, like I said in the beginning of this show, be sure to click the link. Be sure to click the link in the description of this video, and be sure to follow me on all forms of social media: Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, Twitter. Yes, I said TikTok, and even YouTube for that matter. On top of that, be sure to enjoy the other tabs that I have to offer. You're not gonna be disappointed. I said what I said. But until then, until next time, peace out.